Morning. Dude. No. Come back here.
Oh, hey, you're right now.
I am right. Thought I'd try and get that stag, but he took the arrow and kept on running, so...
Hey, well, the fucking people that rode into camp probably started it in there anyway.
Wait, you saw people in camp?
Hey, I was fucking sleeping in the tent, and I heard hooves coming. I'm like, oh, it's probably Save or someone coming back to camp. I fucking got out of my tent. I looked and I seen there was two ladies walking into the fucking camp, so I pulled my gun out and told them to leave. If anybody else was here, I would have robbed them, but I was by myself and they had guns. There's two of them.
Aye, did they say why they were riding right into camp?
No, they fucking came over here and just hitched the horse on that tree right there. I heard one of them say, there's a man over there with his gun in his hands. I said, I ain't that right, I'm fucking here, you're leaving my camp, what you doing? They got back on the horse, there's no force. They're actually kind of terrified of tank. Take down the boots. I think I saw Jody walk off that way. I ain't been able to find him.
We gotta go get some water, so we'll take a look.
Aye, we're good looking then.
Well, sounds like camp might be burned. You right there, Jody?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just thinking to myself how good I look without this mustache. But I do miss it. It's like I lost a friend.
Right.
What?
I just think that you need to start to figure a few things out, Jody. That's all. Jody's down there standing behind a big rock.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Curse. Like to have one bleeding day without rain. Hopefully today we can meet with Baz and or Braithwaite and see where we fit in and all that.
I got the damn password though, but I'm coming into camp.
It's whiskey. It's not that difficult to remember it.
Yeah, what's it this week again?
It's whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah. I mean, but it's so easy to. It's easy yet hard, you know.
No, I don't.
Oh, all right. So what you say? We gotta figure stuff out. Is that what you was talking about?
I think you need to figure a few things out, but
Is
I
that
don't know,
so?
Jody.
Morning, Shane.
I don't want to.
Well, go on. Look like you got something on your chest. Go and say it.
Oh, I was waking up in my tent, sitting there, thinking about women in the saloon and whatnot, how much I'm missing out on. And I heard hooves going to the camp. I'm like, oh, I Jody and Bridger coming back or something like that, but they had no whiskey. So I go, that ain't going to fly, so I got up out of my tent with my shotgun in my hands. And there was two lasses hitching their horses on that tree right there. So I walked out from my tent there and I said, oh, there's a man over there with his gun out. I said, you down fucking right, you walked up into my camp like this, what you doing? They said, oh, we didn't know anybody was living here, so I told them to fuck off. But I know two people here, you know what I mean, otherwise I would have robbed them. There was two of them. It's just one of me.
Yeah, you made the right call then. That makes sense.
I mean, there was two young lasses, small little things. Thinky little people. Big horses though.
You get a good look at did one of them have a white horse by chance?
I think there might have been a silver one, eh? But the sun was just so bright I couldn't see shade, you know what I mean? Just waking up, my eyes are all funky.
Yeah.
I haven't washed my face yet. That was a good wake-up call though, fucking hell.
So what is it that I have to figure out, Sadhbh? I'm curious. You piqued my interest.
Just what you're going to be doing here. Because right now I think you're just sort of making people upset. As per yesterday, eh?
I'll be back.
And who am I upsetting then?
anyone you sit there and talk to about your looks. That's my problem. You know, there's a point where it's sort of funny, sort of endearing, but there's a point where it crosses the line, and I think you start to cross the line. And I think it's starting to cause trouble.
All right, well, I value your opinion, so I'm gonna hear you out, but that don't mean I'm gonna concede and tell you who's right now. Give me a little more juice then, if you don't mind.
I think I'd rather wait till other people are up.
All right, well, by that you mean Bridger, because it's only me, you, Shane, Crowley, and Bridger. So that's fine. That's fine.
What's he doing over there?
What are you celebrating over there?
I have no idea what on earth he's doing over there.
What's he doing?
They gotta pay me money now to watch me dance.
Yeah, what are you dancing about, Shane?
Beautiful day, Jody. It's a beautiful day.
Is this how you start all your mornings? Is this your routine?
What's that?
Is this how you start all your mornings?
I get down right. I'm Irish. Of course I do. Whiskey in my hand and a dance.
All right there, bud. Oh,
You
partial
gonna
creepy
start
laugh in my
dancing
filter.
every morning?
Afraid not.
You sure?
Hey, she might.
Quite certain.
All right, fair enough. See, I'm just a little taken aback, Sadhbh. I thought my good looks was why y'all stuck with me. I guess I was wrong all this time. You don't think I actually believe that, do you?
There's a point where it gets difficult to tell.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Maybe for others, but for your own group.
Well, we ain't known each other that long, so Bridger gets me, but, you know, Bridger's Bridger. He can be a little cranky, too. Now, me and Bridger have different ways of doing things. You understand? Bridger, well, you've seen what he does, and you've seen what I do. Now, way I look at it, Bridger's pissed on more people than I have, at least people that will act upon said frustrations, you see. But you don't want to get into it too other funky, I understand.
Aye.
Well, I'm going to run to town real quick and get some coffee grounds. You need anything?
No, not at the moment. I need to sit down here in my tent. I'll just be sitting here, so.
All right, I'll be back then.
All right.
We'll be back. Sadhbh's going to do her morning meditation. Whiskey.
Hi, whiskey. Whiskey now.
Whiskey. We're coming back in.
Hi, some good old Irish
Hey,
whiskey.
welcome back.
That was your morning meditation. Did it go well?
Sure.
You have nice, happy thoughts?
Sure.
Hey, the tea should be done soon. Drink you fell.
Beautiful. Where's Silly Bollocks today?
Sorry?
Silly Bollocks? You know, don't he?
I was gonna say he's just right outside. He just rode up with
Oh.
Evening, Bridget.
Right. How you doing there, mate?
I'm good. How'd y'all sleep?
Oh, yeah, quite well. We had a
Time.
delightful robbery.
Yeah, Shane just started to tell me on it.
Oh, did he? Well, I won't let him
Beautiful
interrupt the
time.
story, eh?
I pretty much finished it, like I said. Both the deputies and the sheriff.
I'm gonna shut Bucky up.
What
Bucky,
a
shut
strange
the
fella,
hell
I'll
up.
tell you that. Strange fucking fella.
What
What was his name again? Erasmus, right?
Like something like
Aye,
that. Then he
Erasmus.
was telling me to drink some strange bottle that had a skull on it, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was telling us to drink poison or something.
I guess it's a polite way to say go die, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think he fully knew what the fuck was going on there.
I think you do when I swap 10 from a mate.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's always funny to me whenever I thought they lost back, you know what I mean? Like, we relieved him of his weapon, all of his weapons. Never asked for it back. So he was either drunk off his mind, or he knew what was happening.
I don't think he quite knew what was happening. So, I'm not entirely sure there.
The fuck's Jody gone? He found a mirror.
He said something about quieting down his horse, and I think he might still be back there. Not quite sure.
So today is not a repeat.
I agree.
I did wake up earlier and send off a telegram to Baz Kerrigan. Let him know that we are wanting to meet. So I'd probably be best getting off to a telegram station, see if he's replied.
Hey, all right, well, wait for the debrief from our fearless leader. And then we shall depart.
Well, apparently
Yeah,
there's a
I see
debrief
that.
I need to get from you three.
There's
apparently,
no
according to
debrief
Sadhbh.
that you need to be getting. I'm just...
I'll save some tea for you.
I feel like I
What are you
can't talk.
banging on about?
I feel like I can't talk to you without you going on about your looks, you know? Sometimes it'd be nice to just talk to somebody, you know?
All
That's
right,
all
well,
I'm
we
going on
friends,
about.
Sadhbh. You want me to tell me to reel it in and tell me to reel it in?
If you two having a little lovers' quarrel, you want to go to a tent somewhere?
Hey, don't forget
Having
your
any
fucking
sort
teeth on
of
the floor
lovers.
there. It's gonna spill.
I
Well,
feel
it-
like
it's-
you ain't
so
saying
I've-
something, Sadhbh. I don't
Hold
think
on,
that's
hold
all
on.
this is about.
There is something much more important than that tea. Don't spill that. Thank you. Continue.
All right, all right. This just ain't about my looks. It's about something. What's this about?
Got to be honest, mate. You've come with a disadvantage here. Don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, Sadhbh said we had something to talk about.
No,
She
I
said she
didn't.
wanted to wait, and
I
now-
just...
now
You were
she's,
pressing. You were
backtracking.
pressing on
Oh,
something.
my.
You were pressing on something. And I just
I'm
said it is what it
curious
is.
here.
Can you...
That's it. You just want me to reel it in about the looks. Is that it? And you think that I provoke people with it? I cause trouble, yeah?
you
Is
do
that what you're
provoke
saying?
people with it. Aye.
What makes you think that?
What wouldn't make me think that?
Well, sure. I got my iron run across my face because I ran my
you
lips
did.
a little too hard. And I did learn from that. I haven't made the same mistake twice now, have I?
Let's hope not.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a victim of circumstance situation. That's just some fella with a tiny pecker and huge bones.
Yeah. I was also in the wrong predicament at the wrong time. You and Bridger was hitting it off, and I was caught in the middle of 3 goons.
Yes, we were hitting it off. It was a nice conversation.
But that's it. Just reel it inside. You don't want no nothing more than that.
Sorry, I'm not quite sure what to say here.
All right. You just said we had something to talk about. And
No,
wanted to wait
you
till
said
Bridger was here,
you were
and now
pressing and
Bridger's
you were
here.
pressing and you were pressing. I said,
All right. Can't say I didn't ask. Is this about the party you invited me to? Is that what this comes back
Oh,
to?
blimey, there's a
What?
party.
No,
I haven't
there's
been
nothing
invited
to do with
this.
the
Fucking
party.
hell, where's my invitation?
Oh, Shane, you getting? I didn't get one, mate. You get one. I didn't
No,
get
neither
one.
did I didn't get one, no.
We talked about this last night. You were the third option, Bridger. It was
Hey,
me,
I
then
think I
Bonnie,
was
then
taking
you.
my tea for me.
Oh,
no, it was
no.
Bonnie
No more
first, I
save.
think.
No, that's not what you said last night. I doubt. I bet if I asked the postman and I slipped him a tenner, he would tell me. He'd tell me
I don't
truthfully.
think you would.
All right. Well, I just got to get it out now then, Si. Would you rather have me get it out now or get it out later?
Get what out?
I look absolutely amazing without that mustache. Like, you did me a favor by asking as this is your favor.
It's not me favor, but we're gonna discuss that later, I think.
Is that how you make deals? You ask for the favor, then once they are completed, you say that's not my favor. Is that the way of
Well, I traded.
Sadhbh?
Well, Bridger there sort of negated the deal we did, so
I
I kind
see
of
it.
went back on that. I mean, but I didn't fully. I mean, it was a. You know what? She got the tent. It's fine.
I don't really care about the tent anymore.
Well, you do a little bit.
All right. Well, tell me more about this robbery, and y'all think we good to stay here?
Right. Yeah, I mean, the fella was riding by. I could hear the hooves. I told everyone to grab their shit, get their kit. And
I take
we did.
he took the whole deputy thing. I think he really believed it.
well, he definitely did. I don't know why we didn't have any badges on our chest. But, the fella rode by. He stopped. He was looking around over there towards the shore. Maybe it was some kind of botanist. I don't know. But we told him that's a stolen horse. He confirmed it was. So I just fell into the whole I'm a deputy routine. Remove yourself from the horse. So he did. Shane ran his pockets, grabbed a couple of little trinkets off of him, disarmed the fella. And then, of course, Sadhbh was Sheriff Cash. And then questioned the fella at length. And we cut him loose with a warning.
I was only 2 counts of horse theft, even though we admitted to 100.
I thought it was 102.
It was 102, you're right. Shade.
He told us he got the horse from some fella over in fucking Valentine, right? Over at the train station.
That was Strawberry, I think.
Something like that.
Some fucking town, I believe.
Like,
Surprise
Hey,
gift
boy.
horses and all that.
yeah. People going by too close to camp. I mean, people come over here when we're here, it's going to get burned pretty quick anyway, right? So best not get too attached. Use it as a staging post as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. I was mucking about earlier this morning, and 2 fellows was hunting just southwest of here. Yeah. So.
Oh, hey. I mean, there's a lot of people around here. I mean, shit, I was fucking in my tent. I can open. I heard hooves coming. I'm like, oh, it's Bridger and Jody going back to camp. They had no whiskey, so I got up with my gun in my hands. There was 2 ladies hitching their fucking horses behind you. Told them to get going and leave my fucking camp, and they ran off as fast as could be. I robbed them, but they were me. There's 2 of them, and they had big guns, I think.
Shit. 2 girls, eh?
I thought there was a rule about bringing our lovers back to camp. What happened?
And maybe they followed Jody back here.
No, Bridger, I can't talk about my looks. Sadhbh will get upset with me, so
It's
I have
not
to
what I
refrain.
Look, you're
It's not what-
misunderstanding Sadhbh. I think Sadhbh may have an ulterior point. Maybe she'll reveal it in due course.
Yeah, maybe she'll actually tell me what's on her mind, or is that she wants to invite me to another party, maybe. And yes, I will go if that's what you're asking.
No, I just like to go make business meetings and not have people think that we're a bunch of fools.
Oh,
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
you took the
that's a
bait.
point.
You took the bait.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you mean by that?
The fact that you have to ask the question is the problem.
Yes, yeah. I think she might be referring to the entire situation in Blackwall, to start to finish.
Okay, yeah, about Danny. Okay, well then tell me, what makes you think that we appear to be fools?
Every syllable you said.
All
I
right.
think.
Okay. It's very vague and unhelpful to the conversation, but I will divulge anyways. So,
Well, nothing about what you were talking about them made sense.
okay.
Right.
And that's
We're
fine.
robbers, eh? We go rob people.
We are robbers, yes.
You
Wait,
can't
can
go
we-
after
You
another.
know what? So let me take this. You
Aye,
shouldn't
alright.
fall on my knife here.
Oh, it's your knife. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I already told you how way I felt about it.
All right, go
Right,
on.
yesterday. But if you wanted it to be broken down into moments that were insanity,
I don't need a play-by-play. I'm asking for a
Okay.
synopsis, a summary.
okay, I'm asking for clarification.
Mhm.
I no longer want to go on crusades about the little man ever again.
That's fair. All right. I traded Bonnie Jack for a couple of favors. Now, I told Danny Kerrigan, I wish y'all would have stayed around for the rest of the conversation, because then I think your opinion of all this would be vastly different. Now,
I think he patted you on the back like a dog.
I disagree. All right.
Okay. Well, I wasn't there, so I have to give you that.
Yep. So
But
you give
at
me
the
your
same
perspective, I'll
point-
give you mine. I'll give you mine. All right.
Okay.
I ain't gonna try to defend any other fence in this state. Hell, it ain't even about being a fence. It's that I like Bonnie Jack. All right. It don't sit well with me when a man like Bonnie Jack, a man who was nothing but kind and honest and just a good, what would seem to be God-fearing man, right? You don't get many men like him in the
to
life.
everyone. God-fearing.
I ain't saying he is. I'm saying that's what he appears to be. He's a nice fella. All right.
Well, shit, if he's read the Bible, boys, we should you know, fucking stand up for him.
You trying to take a roll on the A today, Bridger? Is that what you want? You just want to tussle? I get it. Just hear me out.
Look, I ain't here to tussle, mate. I'm here to get rich.
All right.
I just don't want to fucking die on a crusade for some fucking melt.
And you ain't.
Yeah,
We didn't get
that's
shot,
not
did we? Did we get shot? Did a gun
We
even
got
get
damn
drawn?
close.
I think
We got fucking close.
became
Damn
we
close
got
don't
very
draw
close,
blood
I
now,
think.
does it?
But it can go from this to this real fucking fast.
Oh, I
You know
know.
what I mean?
I know.
Can't believe I spilled tea to make my fucking point.
I'm surprised he did that as well. That
Thanks,
is,
no way. I appreciate your, spilling my tea there.
It was a good fucking tea. I apologize.
yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's an end. Anyways, I didn't just do what I did for the little guy. I wanted to see a couple things through that interaction, and I did. Firstly, I wanted to see if Danny Kerrigan's boys was a bunch of fools or if they knew what the fuck they was doing. They did. That is valuable information to know, given we in this line of work. All right? That means I probably don't want to rob any of them sons of bitches, and they ain't the right man. Number two, it showed me that Danny Kerrigan ain't afraid to get a little loud with folk, which I thought he was. He seemed kind of like a melt. I know he ain't a melt anymore, and he probably ain't the right kind of fella.
Hold up. So because someone raises their voice so their little lapdogs run up the fucking stairs, means he's not a melt. I would say that means he is a fucking melt.
Well,
You
I
think I
guess
didn't
Matt,
run all of you into that fucking bank when I confronted fucking Hawk and all his little friendos in there, did I? No, I went there alone.
well, alone is one way to put it. We was trying to make sure that everybody in that damn town didn't run to
What
that
I'm
bank,
saying
which
is I
still
didn't have
happened.
to have you to fucking hold my shoulders up, did I? Stood
Yeah,
there
well,
by
you ain't a
myself.
melt, Bridger. I never said you was.
Right, but Danny is a fucking melt, and I want to hear it different. And he's mugging you off, and I'm sick of it.
All right.
You think that people fucking like you too much, and that is the issue here, is that you can't see that when someone's playing you, like I said, like a cheap fiddle. In the song, I hear it, mate, and he's walking down the fucking garden path. And I can't have it, mate. I can't.
Well, as my friend, I value your opinion, Bridger, and I guess time will tell who's right.
Just concerned, mate. But you're
All right.
walking us down a dangerous situation here. Maybe it'll work out fine, but there ain't no need to risk the risk we're taking. And Danny, I have to tell you, he's the first one to say Snake's Crossing. Remember that time we were in that train, and I said, "What's that smell?" It was me. See my point?
Yeah, I do. And that's a good point to make. To be honest, it did cross my mind earlier today when I was mucking around. So I'll keep that in mind as well. But I learned some things, and I'm sorry if I put y'all in a unfavorable situation. I wouldn't have put y'all in if I didn't think we could handle it. Otherwise, I told Danny Kerrigan that we busy and we'd meet him another day. But we was fine. I don't know Shane that well, but given the layout of them boys, we'd have been more than fine. All right. I don't take
think
fights I
maybe next
can't
time
win.
Just give us a little bit of a heads up, you know what I mean?
Well, I also didn't know that was happening. I didn't want to go to Blackwater. Remember, we were going to Blackwater to sell them wolf pelts, and there he was. It wasn't exactly like we planned on that, right?
Yeah, of course, but either way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
didn't know
know.
what was going on. I didn't know who the fuck that man was. I was standing there and I got surrounded by 10 people.
Yeah, they're fucking real prickly. Two of them were behind the bar. One was leant on the bar from the barkeep side, having a smoke. I went, getting pretty thirsty over here, fella. He went, "I'm not the fucking barkeep." I went, "Well, you fucking look like one."
Why did they walk around the back of the fucking bathroom?
Walked round the
back
back,
there?
yeah. And he went round the back of the fucking bathroom.
And they were waiting down there to hear a scream or something from upstairs, and that's when they all came out the fucking door down there and came upstairs.
They're a bunch of fucking
Well,
knobs,
it was a
mate.
fucking setup, I believe, that he was
One and
waiting
all.
for us to do something.
You know what I nearly did during all that? And Danny raised his voice, his little friendos came up there, and you pointed out Butch. I nearly walked over and just stabbed him, mate. I nearly lost my mind.
Yeah, well, I want to see what you did as well. I was quite intrigued. So,
Yeah, I nearly did it, but it wasn't for the bad positioning of Shane on the stairs with a fella behind his back and leaving Sive in the middle of all of it. I knew you could take Danny.
yeah, I was trying to debate taking Danny, or if Sav was going to take Danny and I'd take the other
No,
two.
I would
But
have ended up shooting you if I tried to take Danny. I was in
Yeah,
the worst
well.
position you could imagine.
I didn't want to shoot them. I just wanted to see what kind of hand they was pulling. They showed it, all right? I will be more mindful in the future And I don't think that everybody likes me. People make it very clear, Bridger, when they don't like me, and I do hear that. It may bounce off me and not affect me. It may seem like I'm oblivious, but I do hear what people say, believe it or not. My ears do work.
Well, the ears are fine. It's what's between them I'm concerned about.
You're concerned about them in a romantic way or in a friendly way?
I'm concerned about your mind. I don't think it's sound.
All right, I hear you.
Yeah. All right, well, we've discussed it. Let's just see how we continue. But this friction is, it's a lot, Jody.
All right, I hear you. So what, we meet with Bass Day, that's the plan?
Yeah.
You want to see what kind of work he's offering?
Got to go check my telegrams to see if he's responded. But it's either that or we could be trying to get a meeting with Braithwaite. I didn't know.
I was going to ask the same thing. If we go to a meeting with Bass, you think it's in bad graces if we have a meeting with Braithwaite as well?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
We don't have to commit to anything.
I know, but remember what happened?
A little guy. We should be all right.
Yeah, but when we even said the name Bass Carrigan, Tommy Two Snakes almost had a conniption right in front of us. I said Bass Carrigan. He said, "You running with the Carrigan." It was something else.
I
Really.
think
He
that's
just
Two
lost his
Snakes
mind.
issue, though. I think that's I think he's somebody working for Braithwaite, from what I can tell.
I mean, I
Yeah,
still
well-
think we stay close to Braithwaite when he dies and just have our hands out waiting for the golden coins to drop off the table.
Hey,
I don't disagree with you, but we got to get hella close to him hella fast, right? We got to be his friends, not just people that
no.
work for him. You don't just leave money to people that work for you. You leave money to your friends and family first. He's got that wife. He's got that head of security now.
There's lots we could do. What about this? We could squeeze him a different way. We could say that, I mean, no one knows who killed Hawk, right? Why don't we tell Braithwaite that we fucking did it?
Well, I told him we didn't do it.
Okay, then why don't I say I know who did do it, and they spoke a lot about how they wanted to rob Braithwaite for all of his fucking money. So he needs someone he can really trust. Keep hold of his funds.
Yeah.
We'll work on that. I'll melt something better up than that. Anyway.
You say you melt something better up than that?
Yeah, in the pot, you melt it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
More
like a
brewing,
metal.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, brewing. It's a better word. I'll brew something up.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Who the fuck are these people we're talking about, by the way? This Braithwaite fella. Who's that?
Well, he owns a manor over in Rhodes. The Braithwaite Manor. Apparently he killed his wife or something. I don't really care.
Oh, just wait.
But he has
Yeah.
yeah, apparently so. I don't know what happened, but long story short, he has a little gang around him, Tommy and the Mama's boys or something. Tommy Two Snakes. We call him, what do we call him, a snake?
Yeah, just Snake, then you got Muscles, then you got Chipmunk. Well, we shouldn't call it, Bridget, we should not call them that to their faces. Y'all saying my good looks
doing
provoke
it. You won't-
people.
you'll
Well, then
never
that
stop me on
is worse than me saying how good looking I am 100 times.
Oh,
And
I
that-
agree. But I'm
all
still
right,
doing
well,
it.
all right.
One of their boys fucking stabbed me. If I can't get away with calling Frank Muscles,
Well,
feel
Muscles
like me
is
calling you good looking.
yeah,
compliment.
really the only one that's bad is Chipmunk. That one's mean. That
I
one's
was
an
calling him
insult.
Shitmonk. So he's
That-
getting up.
That's even worse. But all right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call Frank. I'm gonna relax Muscles. I'm gonna really
Yeah.
wind that one in.
Yeah, I got you. All right, let's.
So should I be ready to shoot with these people or what? Because if you call this fella muscles, he might want to kill you or something. Use them.
No, I don't think he's the type. You all right? Oh,
Aye.
you don't have to fall. You don't have to fall on my knife. You know that, right?
I didn't mean to. Just sort of got frustrated when I went to go say hello to him, and the first thing out of his mouth was some swill about
I'm good looking.
how he's looking.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you
So
ever need
sort
help,
of
just give
lost
me a
my
look,
temper
all
there.
right?
All right.
You're fine. I just don't want you to, like I said, fall on my sword. So I appreciate you trying to do something, but at the same time, Jody takes time to change. He's a selfish fucker.
Aren't we all?